So, what sounds better from this point of view? Tens of thousands of legitimate messages blocked or filtered according to your DMARC policies. Or millions of malicious messages blocked or filtered to protect your domain's reputation, which in turn protects your legitimate email, giving it a better chance of delivery. It also protects recipients from fraud or malware because they recognize your domain. Our data also shows that only a small number of subdomains can be legitimate, and that some others are likely to be fake, such as donations from non-authenticated domains vetted. By adding a quarantine or denial of service policy (SP) to your organization's domain and managing individual P policies for your legitimate subdomains, you can protect yourself against multiple of these attacks without having to apply the same policy to locations that may not be prepared for a stricter regime. I believe that the widespread feeling that DMARC denial of service hinders delivery is the result of too many DMARC enthusiasts blindly saying they all need the denial of service policy, or incorrect application of the underlying authentication standards of the SPF and DKIM. If denial of DMARC is detrimental to service capacity, why would an organization like the WHO want to have a denial of service policy on DMARC? As an organization that sends highly relevant electronic messages to highly engaged audiences, it must be sensitive to its ability to provide services. With what we know about DMARC, it seems an obvious argument for a strict DMARC policy, doesn't it? That is precisely why the DMARC protocol was set up to prevent bad guys from abusing their domain. Something like this was said the publication of a policy to reject a DMARC could be considered. Never did because it would lead to the rejection of certain accusations. So suffice it to say that this is not a marginal opinion. Those who think that the DMARC block genuine mail are technically correct, at least on the essential point that the DMARC's rejection policy would lead to the blocking or filtering of certain mail at the time of writing. So whose current DMARC policy is PNONA, which only requires the communication of emails using its domain. The decision on the desirability of a DMARC email denial policy must be made on a case-by-case basis. And with expert input, it is to the credit of opponents of a strict WHO policy that DMARC rejection policy is not a good idea for all senders. It shouldn't surprise anyone that bad cops are exploiting the biggest global crisis of generations for personal gain. But even as an experienced veteran in the world of email and email abuse, I was truly surprised at the scale of malware, phishing and other abuses specifically targeted at the crisis. This is the usual starting point for the implementation of DMARC, but at this stage there may be some things that can help reduce identity theft or additional phishing in the subdomains. If your domain unexpectedly starts to generate higher rates for complaints and bounce and phishing reports, you can easily destroy your domain's reputation overnight. Surprisingly, there is no other reason why email is blocked or filtered the poor reputation of the domain.